coffee on my microphone. Dang. Oh well. Just be a little bit of coffee on top of this. Hope it doesn't affect the volume or the sound quality, but only one way to find out. Only one way to find out. I should tell. Good morning to the sports fans of the universe. Okay, it's up. I thought I forgot it. Give everybody maybe another minute. Maybe not. You never know. Throw up the banner. Whoops, forgot to do that. There we go. Now we're rocking and rolling. I wonder how long I'll leave up the Nick George with the K. Maybe permanently. Maybe permanently. You never know. You know what? Let me do a sound check on myself. Sometimes I screw things up and I don't even realize it. In order to do that, I need to do this. In order to do that, I need to do that. Wow. Dude, the studio looks awesome. I love this studio. I love this setup. All right, let's go, Nikki. Got the mic to yourself. You got a podcast like nobody's watching because nobody is. And that's the beauty of it. You get your reps in. Oh, shoot, now I got one person. Dang, thought I was going to go solo. All right, so today's Monday, June 29th, 2026. This is RateGame Live. My name is Nick Mark George, usually spelled with an N. K is because we are celebrating a championship summer for the New York Knickerbockers. So that's why you'll see my name spelled K-N-I-C-K. My government name is N-I-C-K, but we'll run with it for the time being. So this is a show that I like to host every morning at 9 o'clock, from 9 o'clock Monday through Friday and 11 a.m. on the weekends. As long as we can go. Hopefully forever. Hopefully until the end of time. But the idea is to bring you sports as it pertains to the sports fans who watch the games. So RateGame is how we do it. People go on RateGame, they rate games that they watch. Then I use the ratings to shape the show. What that allows for is just a better source of truth and also a better dialogue, and I think more sense of community amongst the sports fans that are looking for a place to just talk about sports and not be inundated, smacked in the face, all of the adjectives that you might use when referencing the invasiveness and insidiousness of the prediction market economy. So therein lies RateGame. This is a place that is safe from all of that stuff. So that is why it's pretty sweet what we got going on here, what we're building. It's it's like the little community that could, and the little community that does, and the little community, most importantly, that will. Because the one thing that I know for sure, absolutely positive, bet my life on it, is that the people that run those prediction companies, specifically, I'll name names. Guy's name is Shane Copland. He runs Polymarket. And then Tarek Mansour. There's also a girl in there. I think her name is like Laura Lopez or something. Those people are devoid of character and morals. And those type of people in life, as we've seen, with like SBF and Elizabeth Holmes, like all these like insanely fraudulent people. They just don't last. They don't make it. They get got. They get found out. Starting to happen with Polymarket. I saw that Shane is running a little like fake website scam where it looks like Polymarket, but it's not. It's spelled POIY, and he's paying like these creators. It's the craziest, weirdest stuff you've ever seen. I don't even want to waste my breath on it. All I'll say is they're not long for this world, folks. The companies like that, it's just not gonna last. So I am excited to be here now. Excited to be building something that is based on shared values of just loving sports. Very simple. No gotchas, no gimmicks. Just rating sports games that you love to watch. All right, so without further ado, this is how we start the show every single day where the sport's good. We take a look at a little dashboard here that we made, and we say to each other, well, how were the sports last night, good sir, or ma'am, or sports fan? And I can tell you now, solid. They were pretty solid. 701. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. 6.7 is the tipping scale. That's when it becomes green. So if you're looking at that and you see a solid night, that means by and large, the ratings that came in, 263 of them, on the games that were played, 20 of them, across the leagues that were active, 3 of them were good. Major League Baseball, WNBA, and a single first knockout stage game. Congratulations to Canada. Oh, Canada. Also, congratulations to South Africa. Honestly. First time ever in the knockouts. Game itself, I have a lot of thoughts, but also so do you. So we'll take a look at those. And somebody's here. Oh, there he is, the Canadian himself, Mr. Canada. 5 years running. It's RateGame's very own FRR. So, yeah, actually, I'm curious. I wonder if that game's green because I saw a lot of people coming in saying some, the gameplay was not that entertaining. I agree, but still went green for me. So 263 ratings on the 24-hour window across those 20 games, 613 overall. That's important because we actually do every Friday we go and we take the platform ratings and we see how many platform ratings we've accumulated over the last 7 days. And we do that because we're trying to measure our progress against a goal of 1 million ratings. 1 million ratings on the entire platform in the RateGame universe across all the games that we have to offer. I think it's like 20,000 now, a little over. And bands of 100,000 is how we're going to measure our journey. So that's important for Friday, not so much now. The takeaway here is it was a solid night of sports. 2 of the 3 were in action. Oh, well, there you go. So it did go green. Good. I must have misremembered that. So WNBA had a 4 overtime game, which we'll also talk about. But there is your answer to the question, the sports were solid. All right, to our first topic du jour, the old Maple Leaf of Canada. Congratulations are in order. They are on to the round of 16, which last World Cup would be the actual knockout round. So this is the first time ever that we've had a round of 32. And the first time that the round of 16 is like the second knockout round. because otherwise we would have just started in the round of 16. That certainly doesn't diminish the achievement here from Canada. It, in fact, is just a testament to the fact that, they were ready. They were ready to make the most of their opportunity at being a host nation and playing all of their group stage games on home soil to give themselves this opportunity against a really feisty South African nation until that game, until yesterday's game, which was, I think, just nerves galore. I think everybody was really, really nervous. And maybe it's because it was on SoFi and it wasn't even, a true home game for Canada. Maybe that had a little to do with it. But and you heard the announcers say it, which sometimes I get annoyed with them because they'll just like speak something into existence. Like they will make an observation about a game and then they'll just say it so many times over and over again that like you almost are forced to believe the narrative because they're just like, oh, they're nervous. The lady announcer was like, nobody wants to make the mistake. Who's going to make it? Somebody's got to make it, but nobody wants to make it. Like, and so then, you're all of a sudden you're thinking like, oh my God, I hope nobody makes the mistake. Like you start like thinking about this narrative that they're telling you is going to happen. Somebody, nobody wants to be that person that screws up instead of like being the hero, instead of like making a great play. And you could tell like everybody was just kind of like super, super conservative, Both sides. She wasn't like picking on either side. I think it was just like two countries, never been this far before. Really don't want to lose on a error. Don't want to lose on a screw up on like a sloppy pass in your own half that, we've seen this World Cup just gets capitalized on like that. And it didn't come down to that, which was very, very fortunate, I guess, for everybody who was so worried that it would. That was a very clean goal. Great trap off the chest and great finish. I think, I think I said it in my take, like, I think what happens in those games, and I'm sure we'll see something totally different today as soon as I say this, but the stakes and the fact that it is final, if you don't get a goal in the first half and now you're going on 45, 50, 60 minutes of nobody's scoring, I think you almost become like crippled by the fact that nobody scored yet. So you almost psychologically and mentally, you like transition from like aggressive and like wanting to push and wanting to take chances to conservative and like tightening up and like stiffening. Because it's like, okay, maybe then we'll get to extra time and then maybe we'll get to penalties. And then by penalties, it's like, okay, we're forced to shoot goals. We're like somebody has to score more goals than somebody else. So, okay. That's what it seems like. It seems like, the style of play just gets very, very stiff and constricted if it's 0-0. If you score in the first half, at least one side, then I think the other side's like, oh, mother F, like we gotta try stuff. Like we gotta get this even because they're gonna pull away. As soon as somebody scores, it's like, okay, it's almost like a relief for both sides because it's like, okay, somebody put it in the net, like, let's go, boys, let's get it back. And then if you're the one that scored, it's like, thank God we got it over with. Let's get another. When it doesn't happen, it's like, uh-oh. And then everybody who's watching is like, And then you get the announcers like, who's going to mess up? Someone's messing up. Who's it going to be? Look out for the person who messes up, because if they mess up, you never forget them. You'll never forget their name, the person that messes up. So it just becomes this like almost self-fulfilling prophecy, which it didn't yesterday. So I'm very happy. Very happy that it was just a clean, nice goal, nice strike. And I think the guy who hadn't played all cup, I think his name is ALPHONSO DAVIES. That dude immediately, as soon as he stepped on the pitch, was just the coolest guy on the pitch, like nerves wise. You could just tell he was not phased at all. His touches were so simple. He wasn't doing anything crazy. It's not like it's like, whoa, that guy's insane. It's just like, no, that guy's just like playing really smoothly. He's making great decisions. And you can tell it was like messing with South Africa. They like didn't know what to do. They were like throwing two guys at him. He was pretty tall too. And it was cool because he hadn't played, I think, up until that point. So as soon as he stepped on the pitch, the entire tenor of the game changed. I could just like I could just feel it. You could feel it. You could sense it if you're watching. I think his teammates really appreciated it. He didn't really have a impact on the goal itself, I don't think, but his presence, like in the area, you definitely had to like keep an eye on him if you're South Africa. So I think he ends up being a huge X factor for Canada going forward. And he was definitely not phased by the moment like his teammates were. All right, let's see what the Canadians, I should say, had to say about their first ever round of 32 victory on their way to the round of 16. Here we are. Oops. 7-0. Wow. Clean 7-0. Yes, I did pick South Africa. I was trying to be cute. Down on the leaderboard. I had to, you got to take chances at this stage. So don't hate me. I'm just trying to make up some ground here. I also did think South Africa really could like pull it off just based on what I saw in their last game. The guy who scored the goal, I think his number was 12. I'm not sure what his name was. He's this tiny little firecracker. And he like ripped this curler in the last team I gotta go check now. Yes. The only goal against Korea. Maseko, dude, guy is a fireball. I thought Maseko was gonna keep it going. I thought he was onto something. And he did have like this weird sequence in the box where I think he just dribbled way too long, didn't get a shot off, and that was pretty much the extent of his impact on the game. South Africa like really didn't get that many good looks. Canada like dominated possession and all that stuff. So yeah, I did pick against the neighbors. I'm sorry. Hope you'll forgive me. I'm wearing red in your honor. It's Canada. It's Canada all the way. Need the good vibes. Need the good juju. So Stephen Eustaquio is your hero, the strike, the midfielder. I was nervous for both. Yeah, basically what I just said, I put in my take. Here we are. 8-7 for Flame. Wow. Canada's first ever men's knockout game ends with jubilation. Let it rain maple syrup. Canada earned this win, but South Africa didn't make it easy whatsoever. It was full of sloppy play, hard fouls, poor positioning, and tension so thick you could cut it with a knife. But it gave us a moment that will instantly become forever iconic in Canadian sports lore. Stephen Eustaquio loaded up at the top of the box and coolly launched the ball into the bottom left corner for Canada's first ever goal in the knockout stage and the goal that won their first ever knockout game. Les Rouges were trying to go through the wings, and South Africa was doing an excellent job closing them off to the point that only individual brilliance could break the press. Despite all that, we managed to get the best chances and come oh so close to taking the lead multiple chances prior to the night. That's right. There was a lot of really good team defense by South Africa, like in the literal net, like helping their goalie out. They were relentless. They were blocking by any means necessary, legally. Eventually, all that pressure finally paid off. And we won the game. It was a moment in game I'll remember forever. Wow. 8-7? You'll remember forever? It's because of how unsure it was, and then how sloppy it was, Flame. I can appreciate that. What a game. Holy shit. Actually, so stressful. First half of the boys in black was sketchy, but second half, we flipped the switch, especially when the greatest Canadian player of all time. Is he the greatest Canadian player of all time? Is that fair to say? The guy just looks like he looked better than everybody else on the pitch, and he was on the pitch for 15 minutes. It was that obvious. Like, he didn't look like he's huge, big human. Alphonso Davies came on the 70th minute, and in stoppage time, and temporary captain STEPHEN EUSTÁQUIO scored the biggest goal in Canadian football history. Oh, Canada, I will die with the maple leaf on my fucking sleeve. Nice. This game was so intense. So many moments which it felt like we should come through. Everything changed when Alphonso Davies came on. EUSTÁQUIO scored in extra time. Wow, my hero, my goat. The dream is alive. Let's go. Rito, F yes, Canada. I live for this shit, and I will die for my country. We may lose to the Netherlands or Morocco. Why are you already saying this, Rito? Don't need to go there. We may lose to the Netherlands or Morocco. We as Canadians must cherish this moment. We had no wins in the 2022 World Cup. That's true. 0. EUSTÁQUIO, you are a fucking legend, bro. Cheers, Canada. Bye-bye, South Africa. World class. Who does he play for? Christine Sinclair? Oh, she's on the women's team. We'll see her next summer. I'm saying, like, right now, men's. That's your guy. Jack, great start to the knockout round. I thought for sure this game was headed to overtime, still not at 0. But EUSTÁQUIO drilled a goal to end it. 60th ranked South Africa made a great effort. They took down South Korea, but ultimately fell short. Goodbye to Sitole, a World Cup legend. Oh. Oh, no, that's the, what, Mexican flag? Okay. Generally, terrorism. Thank God for the last minute goal. Extra time would have made it worse. So that's where I was seeing, like, some of the casuals, some of the neutrals. Oh, sorry, not casuals. Some of the neutrals did not like this one. Oh, he's with Byron? Okay. There you go. And there you have it. He's a real footballer. For what it's worth, I say that as an American who does not think like anybody on the MLS is a real footballer. So I'm not trying to, it was not a cheap shot. It's more so like, wow. Oh, wow. There's a South African fan. Curious Georgie. That is so crazy because, like, my original social media handle, since it was like when I was I'm talking like my first ever. No, because Facebook, you couldn't use that, but I used it on Twitter. My first Twitter, it's still my Twitter handle actually, is Curious George, my last name, George, Curious. So whenever I see Curious Georgie, I'm always like, look, I don't think we had to lose that match. Yes, they had more XG. Is that expected goals? Is that like an advanced soccer stat? They had more XG. But we played more football. Maybe I'm coping. But if you look back at the first game against Mexico, we only improved throughout the tournament. Yeah, no, you did. Absolutely, you did. Absolutely, you did. I mean, that's how most tournaments work, right? You catch fire, and then you go through. Oh, Canada, what are you doing to me? It was close. It was physical, more than I thought, and it was slippery. Seriously, the SoFi guy? Oh, yeah, dude. Good call. I did want to say something about that. What was that? Isn't SoFi inside? SoFi is like a domed stadium where the Rams and the Chargers play football. So why are we watering the grass for the hydration break? We don't need to do that. It's not going to be dry in there. It's not going to be like the sun doesn't hit the grass. So you don't need to water the grass. And it clearly affected the entire after the hydration break. People were on skates out there. It was like totally affected the gameplay. And SoFi is a domed stadium. It's like one of the few dome stadiums we have at this World Cup. For some stupid reason. Oh, by the way, the final's not being played in a dome. By the way. Classic. Canada did not play their best game, left too much room open for South Africa, passive play, sloppy passing, among other things, though Canada did have some close calls for goals. When Alphonso came on, it was like Canada achieved 510 effort values. Yeah. So obvious. I tipped my hat to South Africa. Good defense that shut Canada down and made them pay for their mistakes. Noticed I used plural. I did notice. Anyway, on to the round of 16. Go Canada, go. There we are. Soccer guy, soccer goat 17. New to the community, by the way. But I'm liking this guy's takes. I'm liking I'm picking up what he's putting down. He's writing some good articles too. I hope he's not a New York Depression burner. No, he's not. I checked. Oh my goodness. This came down to the final 92 minutes. Action-packed for the whole 96 minutes that were in the game. Canada looked stronger when they brought on the left wing back ALPHONSO DAVIES and created momentum going forward that was rarely seen throughout the game. South Africa, on the other hand, didn't drop their level. They played with pride for the game and their nation the whole game. Having most chances throughout the game, in the end, Canada will take this 1-0 win by an absolute banger in the late minutes of the game. What a way to start this round of 32. I can't wait for more. I just wish there was a little bit more goals. I just wish it was like 2-1. You know? I wish that wasn't the only goal we got. Nice late goal. Otherwise, best part of the game was the drama with that woman dropping her phone. Oh, yes, dude. All right. So I think this is a great transition. Canada showed out, by the way. Is anybody there? No. Somebody caught it on the radio, though. Nice. Neutrals gave it a 6-8. There we go. So greens all around. Congratulations. On to the round of 16. I, by the way, also, and anybody else who joined me on this stupid adventure in picking South Africa, is now eliminated from the achievements that I really wanted, which is so annoying. I forgot the name of it. Excuse me. Done. Can't even get the knockout king now. Didn't even get like the first game. I'm out. So I don't think I'll be very impressed if a single person gets this. I'm going to be real with you. I'll be very impressed. Oh no, wait. Is it rating all of them? No. Where's picking? Yes, there we go. Wait. Cold reading. Is that what it is? There it is. Yes. Yeah. Cold reading. Cold reading, I will not get. So good luck to those of you, most of you, who picked Canada because you're still alive. All right, so this video was awesome. I got to show this. Oh, by the way, check out the Selly in the locker room. Not familiar with this one, but it seems to be a huge hit. The Homeland. I don't condone that behavior, but good for them. All right, where was it? Oh, shoot. I had it. Yes, dude, this is insane. I saw this with Molly live, and I was like, when you see that slow motion thing and you're like, no, you like automatically become like a part of it. This is just like such an epic scene. Here we go. Watch like the rotation of the phone.
There now, it's being heavily reported that he's going to be moving there. Legend.
Right after the goal. It's just like an entire scene right there. Easy scoop, though. She got it back for sure. Definitely worth it. Now she'll have that forever. So good. All right. And then we had the celebration. I showed you that. Okay. Can't show you the goal because I'll get reprimanded by FIFA. It's crazy, dude. FIFA, people don't realize, man, FIFA, their reach, the tentacles of FIFA are so long and sticky. I don't know if they verbally said this to them or they wrote an email or they're just like suppressing the videos. But one of these creators that we're working with that is in Argentina or Brazil basically was informed by FIFA somehow that they can't say FIFA in their videos. They like can't say the word. So this is on TikTok, so I'm hoping I'm okay here. YouTube, I think YouTube's good with FIFA, but maybe TikTok isn't. I don't know. Crazy, man. It's like all we're doing is just like sharing your thing for free. You know that, right? Like we're taking time out of our lives to take your content and get more people to see your content. So ridiculous. But yeah, just be careful. Be vigilant out there. Head on a swivel. You never know where FIFA might come. All right, so the 4 overtime game, obviously one of the craziest WNBA regular season games you'll ever see, and the top-rated game of the evening for the last 24 hours. Wow, 9-4. Look at that. Can't believe this, man. Holy smokes. 37-36 across 4 overtimes. Sonia Citron, player of the game. Game of the season. Welcome to Lee Town. Population, the Washington Mystics. Wow. What a game by Carla. From the buzzer beater to tie the game. Oh, that was such a crazy shot, dude. The banker. The announcer like couldn't even believe it. I think I grabbed this one. Is this it? No, it's the whole thing. Yes, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. This was nuts. So this is not even an overtime yet. This is to go to the first overtime. 87-84. Fire down 3. We got the second foul shot, 8.1 seconds left.
The big one. Off the mark. Barker, ball free. Carla Late has it. 5 seconds to go. Carla Late lets it fly. Yes! Carla Late wins it. Carla Late wins it for Portland on the road.
She can't believe it.
No, excuse me, it's tied.
That's tied. Woo! First of many.
It's okay. We gotta go.
Wow. That's one of those like prayers. Look at that. Oh. She's beside herself. Little did they know. 4 overtimes later. The SpongeBob voice. So interesting little factoid here. This not the first time that the Mystics have been to a 4 overtime game. In fact, the last time a game went to 4 overtimes in the WNBA, the Mystics were in it, and it was in 2001. Outlast the Portland Fire 124-123 in the second quadruple overtime game in WNBA history. In this, there are 5 players set new career highs. Sonia Citron, Michaela Onyenware, I butchered that, I'm sorry. Kiki Iferen, Carla Late, and Sarah Ashley Barker. The Mystics have now played in both 4 OT games WA history, with the first coming in 2001. That's insane. Insane. Yeah. Is that the most points ever in a WNBA game? Longest game. Most points not an all-star game, right? I would think. I've also never seen that. That's a lot of points for the WNBA. Crazy. If any game was a 10, it was this one. 4 freaking overtimes. I keep saying this. Mystics games are always so fun to watch. They're always close. So John cooking up 32 points. Peak. There have been 2 games in the Women's National Basketball Association that have ended in quadruple overtime. Kings fan knows this stuff. First game was won by the Washington Mystics and the Seattle Storm in a bat. Wait. You're kidding me. 4 overtimes and 72-69? No way. What was the score before the 4 overtimes? 4 overtimes, and that's your final score for the first 4 overtime game? The second game was won by Washington Mystics again in the Portland Fire. It was a tough effort by the Mystics, especially when the game was so... I can't get over that. How do you play 4 overtimes and you only score 72-69 as the final score? What were the length of the quarters then? That's insane to me. Everybody did their part against a crazy determined Portland team. One team had to lose. Game of the season. Welcome to Elite Town. Population Washington Mystics. I read that one. Portland missed the buzzer beater, and the Mystics win the quadruple overtime thriller. Historic game made possible by Elite. I didn't mean to bank it in 3. Yeah, it's all right. Bank's always open, man. Bank's open on Sundays. Fun to watch. Both teams just answered the other's baskets. Lead had a great game, but couldn't get the game winners. Citron, Onuwari, and Ephraim came up big for the Mystics. I was really hoping for a 5th OT, but when Lee missed that second free throw, I knew it wasn't going to happen. Greatest game of all time? I don't know, probably, but don't have access to it. What do you mean? Malachite, can't watch it? They black you out? Is it WNBA? Like, annoying with that too, with the blackouts? That is annoying when that happens. I know the MLB does that all the time, like all the time. So that is the crazy. Look at these logos, dude. They're so similar. Wow, General Dumb. What's good, my man? How are you? Happy birthday. Happy belated. How you been? Catching some 22-point White Sox games, I hope. I just noticed these like logo designs. Very, very similar. Very, very. Okay. So that means then that the game was in the 50s when it was in regulation, though, right? Because it was, what, 72-69? So I guess it was in the 60s. I guess points were at a super, super premium in overtime, in the 4 overtimes. That's crazy. That's crazy. I thought we were looking at like a 40-40 tie, and then 4 overtimes later, that's what you get, 72-69. But nice. Love that, man. Hey, life comes first, but we are happy and give you a hero's welcome every time. In the 50s, both teams shot below 40%. Sheesh. Tough box score there. Anyway, I would just to close the thought here, the logos for these teams has to be the same person designing them. Like, there's just too much similarities here. Too much similarities. Oh, 32%. Yikes. So that is an all-time classic. 124, 123. It's your top-rated game. Shout out to the Mystics. And Carla Light, that will be on your career highlight reel forever and ever. All right, going to pivot to baseball, where we actually had a super rare 4-game sweep. Hasn't happened since 2018, I'm told. Boston Red Sox taking care of the old Yanks out in Fenway. Not without some drama, though. So we had Sonny Gray. There's a name. Going for the no-no, I think until the 8th. This is the story here. And mind you, this is the 4th game of the 4-game series. So the Red Sox had won all 3. So they're going for the sweep, and then Sonny's going for a no-no, and there hasn't been a no-hitter. Red Sox haven't had a no-hitter in quite some time. I believe it's like 20 years, something like that. So you got that going. This is also, I don't think this is crazy to say. This is like the highlight of their season right here, sweeping the Yankees. This has been like one of the worst Red Sox teams, seasons that I can remember, and I'm a Mets fan. So just observing from a linear place of misery where my line of sight is like pretty even. I can almost like see the misery on Boston if I just like look out on my balcony, because that's what you're afforded when you're a Mets fan. Misery loves company, as they say. So yeah, I think this was like a big moment for Boston. They just had the Tartan Army up there. Vibes are high. Yankees come to town. They beat them 3 times in a row, going for the 4th. And then Sonny Gray's got the no-no going. Sunday night baseball. And this is how the no-no goes. Uh-oh.
Up the middle, into center, base hit. The first hit for the Yankees with 1 out in the 8th.
It's like the most
from Sonny Gray.
Anticlimactic. Just like a little doinker. Nobody could even make a play on it. Just like right up the middle, like the most traditional take your base single of all time.
Up the middle,
just like that, it's over. It's like there's literally nothing you can do about this. The no-hitter's over.
The first hit for the
Literally
Yankees.
8 1/3 inning of no-hit ball, and then all of a sudden it's over. Ugh, it's so frustrating. And then Chapman comes in, the closer, to hopefully preserve all the good work that Sonny Gray has done up to that point. Still got the shutout intact. 2 men on, no out, though. You see the perspiration. You see the sweat. You see the humidity, the summer heat starting to form. Chapman trying to close it down.
Get 1 out for him. That's in my mind. He could punch out the side with the best of them. So that's 1.
High fly ball, a rainbow to right. Abreu has a great arm. He's underneath it. Caballero runs for 3rd. Okay. And the ball gets away.
No.
Volpe to 2nd, a run home. Behind him, he'll get to 3rd.
Yikes. Is that Weiler? You just missed the cutoff man there? Okay, so that was 1 run. I guess they tied it up. How did this one end? Oh, Duran. Let's see. This guy, man, what an anomaly. I drafted this guy on my fantasy team. I think he's like below the Mendoza line. I'm not even kidding.
Line to right, nobody home, the Red Sox. against the Yankees.
There you have it. Who was on the mound? Was it still Chapman? Oh, sorry, not Chapman. Who was that?
Nobody home. The Red Sox somehow find a way against the Yankees.
Nice. So that was your Sunday night baseball extraordinaire. I love when they do these camera angles. I'm such a sucker for this. Even though Jarren Duran, man, I don't know what happened to this guy. This guy was supposed to be like the next big thing. Like, what the heck? You know who I have on my fantasy team from this pathetic Red Sox team is him and Sedane. And they both stink. I mean, the whole team stinks, but it's like, come on. My team is loaded otherwise. I have Shohei, the batter and pitcher. I have Dingler, the catcher for the Tigers. I have Sal Stu. I have Jordan Alvarez. I have my team. I have like an incredible offensive team, and then I have these two guys. I can't bring myself to drop him because he was just like showing all the signs last year. No, I'm not going to give up yet, but it's bad, folks. Maybe this is it. Maybe this will be the turnaround. Somebody was happy in that one. Somebody was literally just screaming at the top of their lungs. All right, so that is your top-rated baseball game of the evening. Congratulations to the Red Sox sweeping the Yankees. Go over here, and we will check in. So, yeah, look, leaderboard is it's going to start to thin out, I think, because no more draws. Imagine that. Struck out on my first one yesterday, but good news is I get 3 chances today. I'm going. Oof, I'm not going to show you guys that last one because I need to think about this one. I definitely need to think on this. But I think Vinny Jr. gets it done today. And I think Havertz gets it done today. Let's see. Dang, 3-way tie atop the leaderboard. Number 1, 49. Oh, yeah. I really screwed up, man, by not taking Canada. Oh, nice. General Dunn, we're tied. If you're still here. Jack's ahead of me. Dang. Well, it's go time. I don't know why did we not get more than one game yesterday? It was like a wide open Sunday. You couldn't sprinkle in Japan, Brazil yesterday. You couldn't give us like a double feature. Just one game. It was like such a tease. I mean, it's cool that we got 3 today, but like just chunk it out. So there's like 2 every day. Like, why was there 1 game yesterday and then 3 today? And is there like, how many is there? Like, what is the schedule even? Let's see. Three tomorrow, 2? Is it just 3 every day? Oh my gosh. It's like we're back in the match play. Oh, by the way, brand new. Looks like we just dropped it. Polling is available on web. I guess this is live. Oh no, I'm on the dev. Sorry, you guys can't see this yet. This is a surprise. We have been working on polls, and we're going to start with something simple that's automated, so I don't have to do it every day. That was like kind of like the big puzzle that we were trying to solve. It's like, how can we build something that does not require me to do it every single day? Because I even like sometimes like the Throwback Thursdays, and it's just in between everything else that I have to do. Sometimes it just like slips. And so the less we can rely on human to do it and more we can rely on computer to just automate it, the better off we'll be. So the poll is the latest and greatest. And all it is just going to take the top 4 players of their respective games. So whether that's like man of the match, baseball, WNBA, and then put them together and say, okay, out of these 4, who had the best performance? So we'll start with that, and then we'll progress from there. This is like kind of like the beta, like the first iteration. We always just start small, see what the committee says, how they respond. If they like it, then that's the signal to continue to build, to go forth and prosper. All right, let me get out of here. And let me get over here. Nice. Park myself right here. All right, it is 9:52. We have a wonderful day ahead of us. It's a great day to be a sports fan. Reminder, RateGame right there. You see that? You see that little R? You see those 2 things? That means it's an app. It's a free app on the App Store. It's called RateGame-Sports. I built it for you, sports fan. It's free. It's fun. It's for fans of all ages. It means mom, dad, sister, brother, son, daughter, husband, wife. Literally doesn't matter. Sports are for everybody. So is RateGame. So if you're a sports fan, get on there, join us, rate some games. Hope to see you out there. That's it for today. My name is Nick Mark George. I will see you back here tomorrow, same time, same place.